All right, number one here just wants us to use a number line to find the values. So we can do this two ways. We can use the absolute value of the difference. So r to t, we want to find the distance from r to t. So here's r, here's t. We can take the absolute value of the difference. So the two numbers, so -5, difference is subtraction, so -2, right? And that's going to be absolute value of -7, which equals a +7. Absolute value makes it positive there. The other way we could have done this is we could have counted, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So the distance from r to t should be 7. The next one, we use a different color here. S to u. So again, you can count, or we can do the absolute value of the difference. So that's going to be -2 minus 8. And that's -10. And then the absolute value of -10 is going to be +10. And that's going to be our answer there. The distance from S to U is 10. Okay, ST plus TU. Okay, so S to T, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. You can count that, or we can do absolute value of -2 minus 2 plus, and then T to U, that's going to be 2 minus 8, absolute value of 2 minus 8. So that's going to be -4. And plus the absolute value of -6, which is going to be 4 plus 6, which is going to give us 10 again. So the distance from S to T is 4. The distance from T to U is 6. So if we add them, we get 10. And then the last one, RS. So that's 1, 2, 3. So if we just count, that's going to be 3. And then plus TU, if we just count that one, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is going to give us a total of 9. We could have also done, again, the absolute value of the difference. So we could have done the absolute value of -5 minus the -2, right? That's like -5 plus 2, which is going to be -3, which gives us 3. And then we can add the absolute value of T to U. So that's 2 minus 8, which again is -6. So the absolute value of -6 is 6, which again gave us 9. Okay, so that's the level 1 question for our segment addition. Right, number 2. So let's maybe use a different color, number 2. Okay, it says write and solve an equation to find the length of each segment. B is between A and C. They tell us AB equals X, BC equals 2X, AC equals 18, and they want us to find the measure or the length of AB and BC, the distance between A to B and the distance from B to C. So we need a diagram. They don't have a diagram, so the first thing we need is a diagram. So it says B is between A and C, so we can draw a point B. That's going to be between points A and C. So there's what our diagram should look like. And we can fill in the information they're giving us. So the distance from A to B is X, so we can put in X. The distance from B to C is 2X, so we can put in a 2X. And the distance from A to C is 18, so we can do 18. All right, here we're going to use our segment addition postulate. So the first segment plus the second piece is going to add together to get the entire thing, right? B is between A to C. So AB plus BC is going to equal AC. That's X plus 2X equals 18. We're just substituting in, right? AB is X, BC is 2X, AC is 18. So X plus 2X equals 18. That's 3X equals 18. And you combine like terms, you divide by 3, and you get X equals 6. That's not our final answer. We're looking for A, B, and BC, so we're going to plug that in. So AB is going to be 6, right? Just 1X, so 1 times 6 is 6. And then BC is 2X, that's 2 times 6, right, which is 12. And we know the answer is right because 6 plus 12 is going to add together to get 18. All right, that's clear. Number 3 is angle addition. Okay, so the first angle there is the measure of angle A. The first angle there is ADB. plus the second angle. The second small angle there is BDC plus the measure of angle BDC equals the whole thing, which is the measure of angle ADC. Right, the first angle plus the second angle equals the whole thing. So we can substitute in the measure of angle ADB here is 11x minus 7 plus the measure of the second small angle, which is 5x minus 3. And that equals the measure of the entire thing, which they're going to tell us ADC is 118 degrees. Combine like terms, we have 16x. We have -7 and -3. That's going to be -10 equals 118. Okay, and you can add 10 to both sides here. It's going to give us 16x equals 128. And when you divide both sides by 16, you're going to get x equals 8. In that, we're not just looking for x, though. We're trying to find the measure of ADB, so we have to substitute that in. So the measure of ADB was 11x minus 7. So we're going to do 11 times 8 minus 7. That's 88 minus 7, which is going to give us 81. 81 degrees. If we want to check that answer, we can substitute into the other one as well. So 5 times 8 minus 3. That's 40 minus 3 is 37. 37 plus 81 should give us 118, right? So we know we did it right. Okay, but 81 degrees is the measure of angle ADB. Right, number 4. Suppose M is a point in the interior of angle JKL. So we know we have to draw an angle JKL. So here's J. K is the vertex. And then L over here. Okay, M is a point on the interior, so M is on the inside. So we're going to have a ray KM such that M is on the inside. Right? We know that MKL, angle M, measure of angle MKL here is 32. And we know the measure of angle JKL, that's the whole thing here, is 95. So all we're going to do is 95 minus 32. And that's going to give us 63. And so our answer here would be 63. The measure of angle JKM is 63 degrees. 63 plus 32 gives us the whole thing, which is 95. So we just did 95 minus 32. Right, number 5. Okay, given the points A and B, we're going to find the length of the segment, and then we're going to find the midpoint of the segment. So it might help to have a little graph. So A would be 4, 2, which looks like it'd be about right here. And B would be -6, -8, which looks like it'd be about right here, -6, -8. Right, so the first one is the length of the segment. That's going to be our distance formula, right? The distance between the two endpoints of a segment is the length. So the distance formula, right, we're going to do x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Okay. So our two x values are 4 and -6. So we have to do 4 minus, again, make sure you don't lose this minus. So it's minus a -6, right? And that's the same as 4 plus 6, right? 4 minus a -6 becomes 4 plus 6, right? So we can put in a plus here, squared, plus our two y values is 2 minus -8 squared. So again, minus a negative becomes a positive. So we have 2 plus 8. So that's going to give us 10 squared plus 10 squared, which is going to be 100 plus 100, which is going to be the square root of 200. And if you were to put that in your calculator, that's going to be approximately 14 point what? Okay, approximately 14.1 units. Oops, units. Okay, so that's part A. We'll do part B in a different color. So part B, we're using the midpoint formula. So that's going to be x1 plus x2 over 2, comma y1 plus y2, oops, all over 2. Okay, so we're simply going to take the two x values and add them together. So 4 plus -6. Right, that's the same as 4 minus 6. And then negative 2 plus -8 all over 2. Right, so 4 minus 6, that's -2 divided by 2 is going to give us -1. 2 plus a -8 is -6 divided by 2 is going to give us -3. And that's going to be our midpoint. And that looks -1, 3, right, would be about right here. That looks like it's about halfway between points A and B. So that's number 5. Number 6. So points A, B, and C are collinear, and AB equals 12, AC equals 17. What are the possible values of BC? So this should say BC. We all crossed that off and changed it, right, to BC. So collinear means that they're on the same line. So there are 3 different diagrams we could draw. We could have A in the middle, we could have B in the middle, and we could have C in the middle. So here is A, B, C. Okay, we could also have a diagram where A is in the middle, so C, A, B. Or we could have a diagram with C in the middle. So we could do A, C, and then B. So we have to check out each scenario and see what we would get for BC. So in the first one, AB is 12 and AC is 17. So to get BC, we have to do 17 minus 12, and that's going to give us 5. So that's one possibility. It could be 5. BC could be 5 if B was in the middle. If A is in the middle here, we can see that AC is 17 and AB is 12. Okay. If we were to do 12 minus 17, we would end up with a -5, right? But -5s, we can't have negative distances. So we're going to have to say that's not a possibility, right? AC can't be smaller than 8, whoops, sorry, wait. I did that wrong. This one works, I'm sorry. Let's go back. So AC is 17 and then AB is 12. So 17 plus 12 is going to give us 29. So that one does work. I'm sorry. Okay, and then this one's the one where you're going to get -5. So AC is 17, and then AB is 12. Right, but the small segment can't be bigger than the big segment, so this one's not going to work. So your 2 possibilities would be 5 or 29. Okay. Right, number 7. So this is just a basic segment addition one. The first segment is AB. Right, the second segment is BC. And then the whole thing is AC, right? So B's in the middle, so AB plus BC equals AC. We can plug in or substitute in. So AB is 5 plus BC is 2x plus 6. And then the whole thing AC is x plus 10. Okay, now we're just going to solve, combine like terms. So we have 2x plus, right, we have a 5 and a 6, that's going to be 11 equals x plus 10. All right, subtract x on both sides. That gives us x plus 11 equals 10. We can subtract 11 on both sides, and we get x equals -1. Okay, when we substitute that back in, we're going to have 2 times -1 plus 6. That's -2 plus 6, which is going to give us 4, right? -2 plus 6 will give us 4. So that's good. And then -1 plus 10 is going to give us 9. And so we know we're good, right? 5 plus 4. Oops, 5 plus 4 equals 9. Right. Number 8 here, find the coordinates of a point P that is 3/4 of the way along the directed line segment from C to D. So let's plot our points here. C is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. So there's C. That's 6, -5. All right, then -3, 4. It's going to be D. Okay, so find the coordinates of point P that is 3/4 of the way along the directed line. So we're going from C to D. So step 1 in our partition problem was to find the horizontal and vertical change. So we got to find our change in X here. And then our change in Y. Right, so again, you can use the absolute value of the difference. So we're going from -3 to, or from 6 to -3. So 6 minus -3 is the same as 6 plus 3. That's going to be 9. And then you're changing Y. You're going from -5 up to 4. So absolute value of the difference, that's going to be -9. The absolute value of -9 is 9. So we're going 9 to the left and 9 up to get from C to D. So 9 to the left and 9 up. Step 2 of the partition problem is to multiply by the fraction. So we're going to multiply by 3/4. And 3/4. Right? That should give us 6.75 for each of those. So 6.75. 6.75. So instead of going 9 to the left and 9 up, we're going to go 6.75 to the left and 6.75 up. We're going from point C to D. So we need to start at C. So we're starting at 6. We're going left. So we're going to subtract 6.75. Okay. For the Y, we're starting at -5 and we're going up. So we're going to add 6.75. And so when we do that, we get -0.75, comma 1.75. Okay, if we were to put that on the graph or look at the graph there, so -0.75 and then up 1.75 would be about right here. And if we notice, that is about 3/4 of the way, right? That's about 75% of the way. Well, it's exactly 75% of the way, but I'm saying on the graph, it looks like it's about 75%. So we probably have the right answer. So we found the vertical and the horizontal change first, the horizontal and the vertical change first. We multiplied by the fraction, and then we added or subtracted it from the original point. So we went left, so we subtracted, and we went up, so we added. All right, number 9. It's the same type of problem here. So we have the point -7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, -2. That's going to be point R. -7, -2. Then we have point S, 2, 4. So point S is going to be 2, 4. Right, and there's your segment. All right, we're going from R to S. So we want to find the horizontal and vertical change. So we're going from -7 to 2. And then we're going from -2 to 4. So again, we can use the absolute values here. We're going from -7 to 2. So -7 minus 2. That's -9. You take the absolute value, it's positive.